Hi, welcome to the Burgess Show. I'm Sherry Hansen. Thanks for joining us today, and thank you, Iona Tenter, for having us into your home. I appreciate it. And how are you doing today?
Just fine.
I'm good. Yeah, we're here out at Iona Tenter's on this cold winter day, and we walk in your house, and it's so nice and warm. You got the fire going, and it just feels really nice. It just warms you up. And what we're doing here is we're talking about this masterpiece that I see on the back wall. And so if there's anything that can warm you up, it's memories, right?
Right.
Right. Tell me a little bit about what you have on your wall here, Iona.
Well, I taught school for 42 years.
You started out in country school, didn't you? Maybe we should do that. Go back to the beginning of it. You were a country school teacher.
21 years in the country, Burgess area, and Dent area.
What was your first school?
237.
Okay.
And then also I taught in Perham, second grade.
Okay, and that was at the public school, right?
At the public school for 21 years.
And what years would those have been?
From 43, I started in 43, and 64 in the country.
Okay.
And then from 64 to whatever, I can't remember the other day. 85.
85.
In Perham.
And you retired in 1985. And
Right.
you were a second grade teacher during that time.
Right.
So you encountered a lot of children over those number of years. And a lot of, especially back in the country schools, if for some reason I think, but anyway, a lot of holidays. Your birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, and so children would give you gifts, right?
Right.
Okay.
And
so
many of those gifts were boxes of beautiful handkerchiefs.
Oh, look at this. This is just incredible to me. And so you would receive handkerchiefs from the children, and then so you wouldn't, I mean, and it was common back then. It's not something you would use.
No, well, I used them, but I saved them too.
You saved them, right. Okay.
Right.
And so it wasn't too many years ago you had a friend over here.
Linda Hendrickson's friend came over and we started talking about the handkerchiefs, and I brought them out and showed them to her. I had over 200 at least.
Over 200?
Yeah. And some of them, of course, is my grandmother's and mother's handkerchiefs too. But I said, is there something we can do with these, because I did not want to throw them away.
Right. Now this friend of yours, you have a friend, Linda Hendrickson, but she had a friend by the name of Sarah Hayes out of Pelican.
And Sarah Hayes is a quilter, and she makes beautiful things.
You can tell, yes. Yeah.
And she said, I'll take them home and I'll see what I can do with them. Okay. She didn't have any idea, but she said, oh. So then I said, well, I'll send some other things home with you too. I said, I had rick-rack from Grandma.
Beautiful rick-rack.
And my mother. You can take that box home, and you can take my button box home.
Okay,
and,
look at there.
And you can take, years ago we used to get sugar and flour in these kind of sacks. They were.
Oh, okay.
You remember years ago Mom used to make aprons out of those?
Okay.
They were printed, and I said, I'll send them home, and if you can use them, fine. If you can't, then. So she took them home, and on Christmas Day 2008, she came with this big box, and I opened it, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
Oh, I
this
bet
is what she did.
And you had no idea.
No idea.
No, it is just beautiful.
Yeah.
I think what's really neat about this, Ione, you were showing me this here too.
I have to read that first.
She wants me to read it. What it says is Crazy Quilt Hanky Memories. The hankies and embellishments used in this quilt were taken from the collection owned by Iona Tenter. Along with the hankies that Iona received as gifts from family, friends, and students, many of the hankies belonged to her mother and grandmother. This quilt was made as a means for Iona to display her hankies and take a walk down memory lane. Completed by Sarah Munstock Hayes, December of 2008. It is just gorgeous. Now, when you stop and look at these, Iona, do you can you actually put to mind some of the students too?
Oh yes, all of them.
That's what I think would really be neat. Now we have one little spot down here that I think is just really cool. Now this is a removable one. You want to tell me about that hanky?
Well, my grandmother gave me this when I was just a little girl.
Oh, so that's over 80 years old, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yes. Because I'm 85, so.
Okay, that is. And what a unique way to do that.
I had that in that box I gave her, and she used that. And this one I had given to my mother when I was a little girl, so she made that one too.
And so.
And she said these little things were too precious to cut up, so she you know.
Wouldn't want to cut them up
No.
to piece them together. And
Yeah.
now, was she able to fit all 200 into
No,
the?
no, I still have a little pack.
You still have a little, another little project down the road. Now the quilt hanger, I know you wanted to mention that your good neighbor.
Dale Hendrickson made my quilt hanger for me.
And so then we're standing in Iona's dining room of your home, and so I imagine you walk by this daily. Do you ever just stop?
And I stop and look and remember lots and lots of memories.
Oh, and with each little hanky, there's a memory of a child.
Right.
And so with each child, that brings up new memories of things that they did and just some characteristics about those children. Well, yeah, I imagine, yeah, there would be good and bad on that, wouldn't there? And it just brings to mind whole families, I'm sure.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's really incredible.
Yeah.
Now tell me about what we've got here, Iona.
Well, then Sarah took the quilt to different fairs, and she got grand champion at Becker County and first prize at Becker County. And she got grand champion at Barnesville and first prize at Perham. And then she took it to the Fargo Quilt Show. There were 180 quilts there. And she got, in her category, she got third prize.
Oh, and so...
And she made it, and I said to Sarah, these are yours, you should keep those.
The ribbons, right? Yes.
And
well,
she
definitely.
said, no, they belong with the quilt.
Okay.
So then she bought the shadow box, and she made this too.
Oh, and then, I mean, how artistic. You can just tell, not only from the quilting aspect of it, but this person is very artistic as far as putting this together here. And she's did such a nice job with this, with displaying it and having your picture in there too. So this is even just a keepsake for you, isn't it? Oh, that's beautiful. Well, just when you stop and think about the number of people that have been through the quilt shows and stuff that have been able to see this too. Have you ever had any of your students come up to you?
Yes.
You have? Oh. And then they've recognized some of the hankies that they've given you?
That they didn't, but
they remembered giving you hankies and stuff too.
And the quilt club from Dent came over one day and looked at it. And many, there are others that...
Others that have stopped in and have taken a chance to look at the quilt and stuff. Well, now, I guess I have to ask you, Iona, do you like to quilt?
No, I don't.
You don't? You've never been a quilter?
No.
Okay. And so that's probably, so it was worked out very nicely to have a friend come in and be able to do that for you and be able to have it here. Because it's not something you would have ever done yourself, probably.
Heavens, no. And they would have gotten all thrown away. When I went, nobody else would want them.
That's it. Oh, what a keepsake it is. Well, Iona, I do have to say that you have a treasure on your wall. I guess I don't have to tell you that because you know that. But what hopefully it'll do is maybe it'll give somebody an idea out there who has something like this sitting around in their closet too and not sure what to do with it. Yeah. All it takes is just a little imagination, somebody with the ability to quilt, and what a beautiful gift and keepsake you have here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you, Iona, for joining us today on the Virgus Show. And you've been part of Virgus your whole life, and so what better person to have on the Virgus Show than a native? Yeah. And I appreciate you joining us today. And I guess there's not much more I can say than just look at the beautiful masterpiece.